Okay, you guys, so we are back. Did you miss me? We're gonna talk about Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and Chris Brown. Oh Lord, does it ever end? It doesn't seem like it, does it? No. Why are we gonna talk about Kanye West, Chris Brown, and Kim Kardashian? Well, according to the internet, Kanye West is feeling some type of way towards Chris Brown because it is alleged that Chris Brown had smashed Kim Kardashian. And as such, Kanye West has found that out, and as such, he's going off, calling Kim all kind of names, and he wants to get even and all of that jazz, right? And also, a couple months ago, I came across a podcast where some guy was talking about Kanye West paying Chris Brown money to smash Kim in the past, allegedly, when they were together. That's when Kim and Kanye was together. That guy was alleging that Kanye had paid Chris Brown to smash Kim. And fast forward to now, they're saying that Chris Brown and Kim were smashing on the low. No. In all honesty, we don't know if any of this is true or false. I don't know if any of it is true or false. But what I'll say is this, right? We saw Kanye and Chris Brown in Dubai. Wasn't that last year that Kanye West and Chris Brown, they were in Dubai? Or was it the year before? Because Kanye West was working on Vultures, so it might have been the year before. He was working on Vultures, and he was staying away from the United States. He was hiding out in Dubai, and we saw them at a little get-together with Chris Brown, and everything appeared to be really good between Kanye and Chris Brown. And I've never heard him, going off on Chris Brown or anything like that, because we need to remember, it was only a few months ago Kanye West dragged Kim for filth on Twitter. So as such, if there was any animosity between him and Chris Brown, in terms of that nature, he would have said it because, remember that he also was like, I may or may not have smashed Ivanka Trump. Remember he said that, right? And someone was like, are you talking about Candace Owens? And Candace joined the chat and she was specific. She said no. He never said me. He said Ivanka Trump. So as such, I'm just saying, if that was the thing, I think we would have heard it by now from Kanye's mouth, because Kanye has given Kim 101 different guys, and I don't see nothing special about Chris Brown for him to leave Chris Brown off the list. Yeah, Chris Brown is badass and Chris Brown knows how to throw a fist or two, but Kanye West has never been the one to be afraid of anyone. So as such, I don't see why Kanye West would be calling random names and excluding Chris Brown. Remember at one point he said that Kim and Meek Mills was smashing. Then he said Drake and Kim was smashing. So why would he leave Chris Brown out of that equation, So as such, I'm gonna have to call this a lie and a public mischief until we hear something. You know what? Let's be real. We never know what these celebrities are up to. And I find it to be a bit too invasive when someone gets that deep into someone's personal life. Like, is there any leads of that on the internet? Did Kanye or Kim give an hint of such activity on the internet, And if not, why would you go there? I don't understand. Every time I see people doing this, I really don't get it. If it was done in a way in which you could see why the person would say that, and there's something that is giving that suggestive thought, then that I can understand. But this is just coming out of nowhere. And the thing is that the time when this rumor started, it was the same time Sean Diddy Combs' trial when we heard that Bianca had her birthday celebration and they had this male escort. The male escort allegedly smashed Bianca after they had dinner and they went to the hotel suite. I remember clearly. This is when the Kim Kardashian and the Chris Brown allegation came out. So as such, I believe that someone put this out there as a form of distraction, because remember that Jane Doe, during her testimony, basically said that there was this famous rapper and his wife or girlfriend, and the wife or girlfriend would be used in reference to Bianca, because a lot of people are not sure if Ye and Bianca are actually married. So it was after that Jane Doe testimony that we heard this drama, this saga about Kim and Chris Brown allegedly. So as such, I believe it's a mischief. Yeah, I definitely believe it's a public mischief. Let me tell you something. I've been observing a lot with Hollywood. And I don't know if Kim enjoys these things. I don't know if she enjoys them. But because Kim Kardashian has a reputation for being suggestively flirtatious with a guy once he's single, and because she did that entire PR stunt with Pete, then she came back and she did it with Odell Beckham Jr., every time a guy goes single in Hollywood, they automatically throw that guy on Kim Kardashian. When Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry separated, they threw Orlando on Kim. When Tom Brady and Giselle, they threw Tom Brady on Kim. So Kim is like the trash can for them. That's literally how they treat this woman. And if you look at the stories, oftentimes the stories themselves, they do not even last, because oftentimes they're so far-fetched and just ridiculous. The last one that they try to pull off that I'm consciously aware of was the Post Malone. Like the Post Malone mischief was just too mischievous for it to stick. Like even though they say opposite attracts, Post Malone and Kim Kardashian definitely would not work. Kim loves a famous guy. She loves a popular guy. But if you notice how Post Malone lives his life, he doesn't live his life in the limelight. He does his music. He loves to do his music. But then once he's off the stage and out the studio, he's somewhere hiding away from the public. And he is in a committed relationship. And if I'm not wrong, I believe he had proposed to his girlfriend, and if I'm not wrong, they might be married as well. So Post Malone doesn't live that Kim Kardashian kind of lifestyle. The media tried to dump him, on Kim, but it just never stick, because many people are like, no way, not Post Malone and Kim Kardashian. Like, that one is too ridiculous. That one is quite a stretch. So that one did not stick. The Tom Brady one it stuck because of Kanye West. Because if you remember, Kanye did that Drink Champs interview where he said, go marry Tom Brady or something. Use your platform to uplift and build family and encourage family unity and togetherness. So when the Tom Brady rumor started, many people had reason to stick with the rumor and believe it because Kanye first said it. And oftentimes, you know that when Kanye says something, it is potentially true or half true, or oftentimes, well, not oftentimes. There are a few times when it's not even close, right? But the information we got was that Kim was going on, little dates here and there with Tom Brady. She was looking at houses to buy in his neck of the woods, and she would use his golf cart and all of that. So that had some amount of credibility to it. But then Tom Brady came and he dismissed it with his PR team, irrespective of the fact that he dismissed their relationship. For some reason, the rumor mill kept it going. They were able to keep that one going for a little bit of a hot minute. But for the rest of them, they really didn't stick. And for this one with Chris Brown, I think it was meant to, cause some distraction from Bianca and everyone to focus on Kim because she's the one with the sex tape. And because she's the one with the sex tape, it means that she's having more sex than everyone else on planet Earth. Because that is what some people believe, She has a sex tape, and as such, she is automatically. So guys, as I was saying, because Kim Kardashian has the sex tape, if her name gets mentioned in the same sentence as any man, it makes her automatically guilty. So she's guilty by association of a sex tape. That's just it. Even though Candace Owens told us that Kim is Hollywood's property. And if you think about it, she is, because why would they be dumping all the men on her? Once a guy goes single, once it is reported that that person is getting a divorce or that person has separated from their partner, Kim Kardashian is dating Orlando Bloom. She's dating Post Malone and now Chris Brown. But I'm honestly not buying her and this Chris Brown. I can see her having a crush on Chris Brown. They might have hooked up a time or few, maybe, but I'm not believing it. Like, I just can't see past it. I really can't. And if you look at Chris Brown's dating history, he definitely has a type, and Kim Kardashian doesn't fit that profile. He loved them, racially ambiguous. Let's put it that way. He doesn't love when they're too dark, and he doesn't love when they're too light. He loves them right in between. So he has that thing about women that are racially ambiguous. So you can say Kim Kardashian is, kind of there, but not completely. He loves them when they're mid-tone and have this, these unique features. So he definitely has a type, but unfortunately, Kim Kardashian doesn't fit the profile. But if it happened, we're going to hear about it, because at some point in time, someone is going to come out with a confession, honey. And I know someone is about to lie and Kim and say, yes, Kim Kardashian confessed it. But you'll never see any evidence of such. I tell you, people hate Kim for just merely existing. I don't know how do you guys get up and just hate someone every day? Like, how is that even possible? I can't do it. And when I see people doing it, it always puzzles me. Like, how do you find it within yourself to get up and just hate an individual every day and hate them so much so that you're willing to make up any lies or mischief on them? Like, get a hold of yourself, guys. While she might be Hollywood's property, I don't think the girl has been around, right? But I don't think Kim and Chris Brown, I can't see it. But anywho, guys, let me know what's your take on this. And while you're at it, do all you need to support your girl. Peace.